while father-in-law was throwing her poop outside, stepmother-in-law called her daughter for help. At some point, the stepsister and stepmother got in a fight. The fight was so bad that the neighbors called the police. In the scuffle to separate mother and daughter, they hurt one of the police officers and were arrested. They are still in jail because neither of them have anyone willing to bail them out. The following day I got a call from Robert telling me that his daddy almost ran him over, so he wanted to come to stay with me because he was scared that his daddy or brother-in-law will try to beat his ass again. Robert is scared to go home. His dad and brother-in-law are pretty much camped outside of his place and have already jumped him twice. Robert is terrified. He tried to stay with his mother and she told him that he had made his bed and should now lie in it. FYI, I am not done with Robert yet. I've got more planned for him. Update 2. Ex-sister-in-law is in deep doo-doo as the results for the DNA test came back and 0 out of 3 is his. Ex-brother-in-law is distraught. She doesn't even know who else could be the father. Heifer, how many men have you been betting, besides your husband and mine? Don't worry, I'll find out. Like, I knew she was a trifling old bag of bones, but I never knew she was this cold. Brother-in-law has decided to cut ties for his own sanity as he feared he might act in a way that is outside his character. Now I feel bad for those babies, but I understand why he had to leave. Did we, ex-brother-in-law and I, give a copy of the DNA results to everyone she knows? Yes, we did. Did I personally go out of my way to darken the steps of a church and make my testimony and hand out copies of the DNA results? I sure did. Ex-mother-in-law and her daughter have cut ties and are silently hating each other, but they are image-obsessed, so they kept things cute and silent. But a heathen like myself prefers to be cute and audible, and I haven't forgotten dear mother. So I went and gave my testimony in front her beloved peers and read out a couple of the vilest text messages she and my ex-husband exchanged. There were a lot of gasps and screaming, but I kept reading for as long as I could. I sure effing did. Unfortunately, I couldn't read more before I was dragged out and then attacked by ex-mother-in-law and ex-sister-in-law, but I handled that and they never again lunged at me or threatened me with physical violence again. Over the years, Robert has moved as shady in his legal business as his personal life, and as a law-abiding citizen I felt compelled to inform the taxman of his dealings, as well as informing his former business partners and current ones. I also did some legally ambiguous things to Robert that I don't want to put into writing, but he's no longer slinging dick like his life depended on it. That testicular fortitude he once had is slipping away. He just doesn't have that pep in his step anymore. It's hard to remain so casual when there are a couple of men hoping to catch you and an ex-wife who still has him on Find My Best. Robert's life is in tatters, and well, I love that for him.